Right on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-conforming friends, welcome back finally to Friday Rise of the Drow. Let's take it to the table. Let's do this. Nick, it's all you.
Thank you, Frankie, for streaming for us. Really appreciate that. Mr. Splendy at twitchtv.com. Obviously, you guys are watching already. Also, check him out on YouTube. Many different game nights of the week, running many different games. Also on startplaying.games. Mr. Splendy. Okay, so we're going to get right back into the top of round 6 here. Looking at the map, we've got a big template for Dawn in the middle that was cast by Irden. I know that Nadri has either summoned a toad or is a toad. I think he summoned a toad. But right now we're going to start off with the Drow Evoker's turn. Oh, and we also put Ursa in here. Sorry, what was that initiative you got? 13?
13.
So I don't
Also,
have a summon. I think I am a toad.
Okay, so your token's
Yeah.
probably just there so you have vision.
yeah, and that I just want to add because Ursa's switching out with Ethlyn, I did do aid before we went into this one. And so could we switch Ursa's like temporary hit points with
Yeah, let's
okay.
just do that right
So
now.
yeah, so Ursa, you're one of the ones that gets hit point maximum and your current hit points increase by 5.
Okay.
And this is for like 8 hours.
Sweet.
So yeah.
Put 2 of you in there. I have all your initiative counts in the VTT. So Cook, I'm gonna re-roll your initiative for Ursa so I could just get it right into the battle combat order. And it is actually an 18, so you'll be going next
Sweet.
after I take my turn.
Okay. Go ahead and after I take my turn because my cam isn't popping up, I'm going to take my turn, close Discord, open it back up, see if I can get my camera online.
Alrighty.
I will pull the map up for the stream.
Roll on some of these spells.
By the way, welcome everybody who's here tonight. Yeah, definitely got 10 viewers between Twitch and YouTube. So hey, this is like a good start. Welcome everybody.
Oh yeah.
It's your first time.
We're
Remember
doing.
to follow, like,
Hey, everybody.
subscribe.
Alright, Nadri, to hit you as a giant toad, does a 16 hit.
Absolutely.
Okay, you will receive 12 acid damage.
Okay.
Actually, I could subtract that here.
See, I started with 39. That puts me at
The Evoker can't move because they've
27.
moved their max movement and taken their action. So we're going to go right on to Ursa now.
Sweet.
Ursa, you find yourself in the middle of this map, standing next to Ethlyn, who had just squeezed through a narrow gap and was followed out by a choker, which is this blackened creature next to you, and there's also a drow standing here.
Okay. How fucked up is that choker looking?
It looks like it's bloodied.
Bloody. Sweet. Let's go ahead and open her up with some good old fashioned. Let me rage first.
Okay, bonus action rage.
Bonus action rage, and then reckless attack on the choker.
Nice, love me some reckless attack.
How do you feel about a 16?
That's definitely gonna hit. Let's roll up some damage.
Okay. I haven't played Ursa in a while, so give me a second, everybody. It's 21 plus 3d6 plus 3. I know you guys like hearing them big numbers again. 21 plus 10, 31, 34 damage.
Okay, and when your hammer connects with the chest of this choker, it's like a baseball swing. It goes flying to the northern end of the cavern and hits this rock here and just crumples to the ground dead. And now there's an empty space between you and a Drow warrior that grips its scimitar menacingly, but if we're being honest, does look a little bit frightened.
Alrighty, that's perfect for me. Ursa is smiling and waving, boys and girls. It's been a long time since she smelled the scent of blood. I'm gonna move in and attack the Drow.
Sure thing. So Ursa closes the distance, takes a big step, and reaches up with the hammer. Roll that attack.
Almost
With
a
advantage, of
crit. We
course.
got 27.
Definite hit.
Alrighty. Has it been hit at all?
Um, from the looks of it, doesn't seem like it. Its armor seems to be well intact. No blood on its weapons or armor or anything like that.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a smite on this. It's 21 plus 29, 30, 34 damage.
Okay. Ursa raises the hammer high overhead and brings it down into the shoulder of the drow. She hears a sickening crack, and the arm almost seems to separate as the drow goes end over end. Um, Obviously dead and maybe a bit overkill. Hint for
All
next
right,
time.
I'm fine with overkill. Ursa,
Uh,
cackling and grinning, is going to move up towards Nadri.
Okay,
As
so
far as I can.
Natri's not actually there. That is just Frankie being there so he can see. However,
Okay,
you may occupy that space,
I will occupy that
and
space and end my turn.
you move north to the next drow, who appears to be in very bad shape, and they would be licking their wounds if they weren't still in battle right now.
All right, I've already used my bonus action to rage, so I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn.
All right,
All right, and I'll be right back, guys.
no problem. Okay, ooh, a lot of movement for this thing.
So typically I can see the initiative tracker. Why can't
I don't know. That is a mystery because I had not ended it yet. Everybody
Yeah.
should be able to
We
see it.
can see it on ours, Frankie.
Huh.
Top right, the little cross swords.
Okay. Typically mine's a pop out.
Cook, are you with us?
And with you, I can hear you guys.
So I want to draw your attention. If you look on the VTT to the west of Ursa, you could probably see this really big creature that I'm moving around here.
Yep.
This thing zooms past from the north to the south. Bearden, Balrin, from behind you, you see a gigantic centipede-like creature with a gaping maw and big mandibles, and it looks like it is ready to attack. I'm just reading over quick to see if it has any type of sunlight sensitivity. I'm not seeing any.
All right, let's do this.
As it begins to close distance, from a full 15 feet away, it whips at Balrin with its antennae. And that is a 26 to hit Balrin.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you are grappled, and let's see here. You are grappled, you are restrained, and an overwhelming stench begins to fill the air that makes you feel as if you may want to vomit. If you're immune to poison, this will not affect you. Bearded, another antennae whips towards you and tries to grapple you. Another 26 to hit.
Yep.
If you have nothing to counter that or stop me, then you also are restrained and grappled as the overwhelming stench of whatever this creature is, you haven't identified it yet,
I
closes
don't
in on you.
have. Yeah, I've got. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay.
Oh,
With
ouch.
you two grappled, it squeezes its way further in, and it tries to bite the Trossoraptor that is there. Definitely hits it. All right, and let me see, does that bite have any other effect? Oh, just the hit.
And Nick, just to be clear, there was no damage. Just that entire attack was this poison thing, yeah?
The entire attack was you getting grappled and restrained without any way to stop that from happening. But no, the attack did not actually
Gotcha.
deal any damage to you.
Okay.
It closes in just on the edge of the dawn, and you can see the light projecting from behind you, shining the details of this thing's face, its weird eyeball in the center, all in its glory. This thing is fucking horrifying, and it's gargantuan. All right. Where is this guy? This guy. He lost his raptor, and he's down here by himself. But the good news is he doesn't have any enemies to contend with at this moment. So this is what he's going to do. Gonna dash. Try to catch up with his homeboy. Nadri as the giant toad. Return and pull you around right over here so you can see yourself.
So, if I remember, I was chasing some Drow woman up there. Is she gone? Did I kill
You
her?
were chasing down a drow, and there is about 30 feet between the two of you.
All right. Well, I can leap that. So I'm getting to her.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull her back to the map, and we're going to pull you there, and we'll just say this is occurring a bit off the map, about 30 feet.
Hell yeah, bite attack.
Okay. Pull it on up.
Oh, come on.
Ooh, yeah, sorry. 6 isn't going to do it.
All right, that's it. That's my
She
turn.
parries easily with a rapier. Okay, end of Nadri's turn. The drow that Ursa just stepped up in front of is going to attempt to fight. Foolhardy a decision that may be. Oh, and you attacked recklessly last turn, so I get to roll with advantage. Not that it's going to matter here. Yeah,
The
so
one
those are
time
both.
it doesn't matter.
Those are definitely both misses, and the drow is going to try to slip past you. So you may make an opportunity attack if you'd like.
Okay, that's going to be an advantage for a total
He's
of 19.
definitely a hit, and with only 2 hit points left, you don't have to roll the damage, but you may if you'd like to.
I don't want to roll the damage, but I do want to say that it was just like a cavalier, like no look, backhand whap with the end of my hammer.
Yeah, you let him run by and let him think he was escaped, and then at the last minute you were like, yeah, and no. Okay, that creature is chillin'. Bearden, before you take your turn, I would like you to please make a DC 15 Constitution saving roll or be poisoned.
Yikes. What did you say? DC 15?
DC 15 Constitution, please. And you
Hey,
are standing next to Balrin, so
got
you
it.
could take advantage of his charisma saving roll towards your saving
At
roll.
+2.
I got 15 on it, so I'm good. I made
You
it.
feel your stomach begin to retch as the overwhelming stench of this creature invades your nostrils, filling your lungs, but you fight back the urge to vomit. You find yourself restrained and grappled. Your movement speed is 0, and if you'd like to escape the grapple, you must roll an escape check DC 16, which may be either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'd like to do. I would like to cast Word of Radiance and I'm hoping that the damage will make him release me on his turn, or the like fail Constitution, whatever. Then I would like to move Dawn, basically to a point past him, so it just burns him.
How far can you move Dawn in a turn?
Let me see. 60 feet.
Great. That let's see, 45 feet to get to where he is, and then another 15 feet is like here-ish.
Oh, is he
So
like?
let me move that there.
Am I not next to him?
You are gripped in its antennae. Like you're kind of almost like imagine King Kong like holding the woman as he's on the, you know, Empire State Building. Like it's got you in this antennae. It's, you know, just kind of holding you, waving you around, whatever. But it looks like from where that template is, if you move the Dawn there, it's still gonna get you and Balrin. There's not enough.
Can I move it
60
like
feet doesn't
another
get it
10
far
feet
enough away.
forward? Okay, that's as far as. Shit.
Yeah, that's 60
Okay.
feet right there. From the center to the center where it was, back over in this direction.
So
It's not letting
I
me ping.
can.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. So I don't think I could take my own damage for that and survive. So I'm gonna retcon that back to where it was. But I am
Okay,
going.
so you guys were pretty much at the edge of it, so I'm gonna kind of
Yeah.
guess and say this is where it was. I think that's
That's where.
approximate.
Yeah.
If everybody's okay with it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All
so,
right. So plan B.
So yeah. So can I try to? Is an act? Would it be an action to get out of it?
It does
Or
cost
can I
your
still-
action. It's a DC 16, but since you're the one escaping, you get to choose whether you use athletics or acrobatics. It's your choice.
Once again, you get to add 2 to it as well.
Yeah. That I'm not real good there.
Is it for
So I'm
saving
just
rolls or
gonna-
ability checks, Max? Or is it both?
No, you're correct. It's saving throws. Sorry about that.
There's still the same number, so it's okay. Then I'm just gonna cast Word of Radiance. Cause that's oh, I just do the damage, sorry, not the thing. It is I utter a divine word, so I don't have to move. And each creature of your choice that you can see within range of 5 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, DC 16. Or sorry, Con 16. Yeah.
Okay, so con 16 for this creature. And let's give it a whirl. Uh, 16, it just passed.
Dang it. Doesn't say anything about half damage, so I did absolutely nothing. All right. Yeah. That was my turn. Cool.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right.
Bring it on. Bring it
Nadri, the
on.
creature that you
I
are
got this.
engaged
got this.
with. Okay. A field of what seems to be cold magical energy envelops the war mage in front of you.
Enjoy your
And let me
subs.
double
Thanks for
check
coming.
when this happens. It's me with a melee attack. Okay. That drow is going to try to rush past you and get themselves back onto the map, so you may make an opportunity attack if you'd like.
I would. I'm rolling like shit tonight, though.
And an 11 misses. So she's back on the map. You technically aren't, but I'm not going to move you off the map because it will excuse me, it'll steal away your vision. And I am working on that other thing that you sent me the message about. I just got to figure it out.
Yeah, no problem. If you could just move the Nadri to whoever is acting, that way I can see it.
Oh,
that's all.
actually, yeah, that might be a good idea too. Okay. Okay, so first, let me move Nadri over so we can all see this on the stream.
Holy shit!
Huzzah.
Oh,
Huzzah.
fuck. Okay.
Balrin, may you please make a DC 15 Constitution saving roll. Unless you're immune to poison, then you don't need to worry about this.
I think he gets advantage.
I'm not
against
immune to poison. However, I am a dwarf, so I do get advantage on this. And said wisdom.
No,
Should
this
be
is
con.
Constitution.
Oh, con. Oh, that's much worse, actually.
Really?
Oh no!
What kind of dwarf has bad
It's not bad. It's
constitution?
just. Hang on, we're not rolling today for some reason.
I think what Max is trying to say is he wishes he had a better bonus to con.
All right. No, it's not bad. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, it's not rolling. I'm gonna have to break out some physical dice. Give me 10 seconds.
Oh no, take your time.
Alyssa, we got
Alright.
record
Plot.
viewers. You should go camera on. Peer pressure.
That is that's a 21 to save.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So this stench, while horrible and bringing you to the verge of vomiting, you are able to withstand it. Now, you are restrained, you are grappled, your speed is 0, and if you'd like to not be grappled or restrained anymore, you can perform an escape DC 16.
Or I can Misty Step my way out of that.
Yes, you can.
I am going
I will
to
rule that you
Misty
can see
Step.
past the creature, so you don't have to go
Okay.
back into the dawn. You can see beyond it to basically this wall.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna Misty Step just to the other side.
I'll
Of
pull you
him?
over.
I got it. Oh man, maybe I don't. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind moving me, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, there we go. I just don't want to move it because then it'll move both of them. I think there's just too many tokens. So bam, put you right up against that wall. Okay.
Now I do want to be right up in melee with it.
Oh
There
yeah,
we go. I got my
perfect,
movement
perfect.
now.
Okay,
All
so
right,
you
perfect.
misty step to right behind it.
Yep. And then since it is grappling, does that make it grappled? I always get confused on that one.
That is correct.
It is also grappled. Yes, when you grapple, you
All right.
also take the grappled condition.
Okay. So I am going to. It's we're swinging a hammer.
All right.
And with advantage. All right, so that is a 25 to hit.
Oh hell yeah, totally hits.
All right, and we're gonna. I think I've got. Gonna lose a lot of spell slots this round, but pretty sure I've got some 3rd level left. So we're throwing some smite on this. Yep. So that is 468.
All right, Balrin throwing some extra stank on it.
Does it make a difference if it is radiant damage?
Throwing a
You
pull
need
up.
me to break it up?
Take the pull up.
Not particularly for radiant damage. You could just give me the total
Okay.
damage.
All right, so that's 19, 22, 25 plus 8, so 33 on the first hit.
Hey, excellent.
Second attack. Oh, so close. 30 to hit, but not a crit.
Well, it definitely hits.
All right, and we'll do the same thing. 8, 16, 23, 7, 31, 39 damage on that turn.
Ooh. Okay. And the creature is bloodied and it's not happy.
And then I just start taunting it to see if I can get all of its attention on me instead of Irden.
All right. That creature is fine where it's at. This drow. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I guess I can't do that. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Alright then, so this drow is going to Scorching Ray here. So does a 14 hit Ursa?
It does.
I'm guessing. Oh wow, okay, so I need to do 2 more of these. Oops. And that's a +3. The next one is a 1, so that's an automatic miss. And the final one is a 17, which is a hit. So you will take, give me 1 second here, 6 plus 10, 16 fire damage to Ursa from this Evoker spellcaster. Who is then going to run up this way. Ursa, it is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm so sorry. I forgot to move
All
Adri
right.
over there.
I can see from Ursa, but it's still dark vision with Ursa, so it's better to move me.
Okay. So what is that directly to the south of me?
This is a creature called an Atrociraptor. A drow was riding it earlier, and it seems to be free now. This down here is the drow that was riding it.
Okay. And what's the difference between me and the drow that was riding it?
It's 30 foot to the raptor.
Okay. I'd rather not kill it if I didn't have to, so I would attempt to move past it. And if it
Okay.
attacks me, then I will attack it.
You have 40 foot of movement.
45.
So oddly enough, if you move past it to that drow, you put yourself between it and the drow, but you have never exited its space. So actually, because of that, it's denied the opportunity attack. It doesn't even get to do it.
I
Yeah,
just
you're
want to
good.
make sure that I'm not attacking a creature that would not be aggressive towards me. I'm still an
I'm gonna tell it to you like this: its eyes track you, and it looks like it would bite you, but for some reason, I guess it didn't. The creature
Well, in
is
that,
trained by the drow, so it's not like some wild animal that, like, oh yeah, when you let it go, it's definitely just gonna automatically be benevolent. It's a trained uh creature of war,
okay.
essentially.
That's not the one I charmed earlier, right?
I don't know, man. I really don't
Okay,
remember.
it's been 3 weeks since we played.
Neither of them have a mark on them, and I don't
Okay.
remember if there was 2 of them or if there was 3 of them.
So why we don't
Okay.
take a
In
month
that
off,
case,
folks.
I will offer up a
Yeah, right.
prayer to its quick demise, and I will attack the Atrociraptor, knowing that it would treat me as prey.
Okay.
So, how about a 21?
It's a definite hit.
So, 21. No smite. 31 damage.
Okay. Your first hit against it hits it on its snout. You hear a thickening crack, and blood starts pouring from it. It's bloodied.
Okay. Second attack, also a reckless. I'm getting so close to crits tonight, guys, but I can't land one. 25.
Yes, definite hit.
How about 30 damage?
And your second blow kills it, ending its suffering rather quickly.
All right. Great Weapon Master bonus attack against the Drow.
Hey. He cries out in anguish as you kill the raptor that he was just about to mount to try to attack you with.
26.
Definite hit.
And I will throw a smite on this. Has this thing been hit before I throw a smite on it?
You can tell that his armor seems damaged, battle worn.
I won't throw a smite then. How about +7, 28 damage.
28. Good. The Cavalier is definitely bloodied after that blow with the hammer.
Okay.
Slams him up against the wall and he coughs up a rivulet of blood.
Alrighty, that is. Yeah, I think I'd like to cut off escape, so I'm gonna stay where I'm at and end my turn.
Right. Oh my. In 27 hits you for 23 piercing damage. The creature pulls its antennae towards its mouth. Irridin, it bites you. And once it closes its mouth and pulls its antennae away, you guys don't see Irridin anymore. She's been swallowed by the creature.
Oh, that ruins my plans. Shit.
You are blinded, you are restrained, and you have total cover against any attacks and other effects outside of this creature. At the start of your turn, you take 66 acid damage. All right. Let's see. What else is it gonna do? Oh, it's got 2 free antennae.
Are you gonna roll the 6d6s, or did I take 66 damage?
No. You took 23 damage right now, and if something doesn't happen to get you out of that thing's gullet by the next turn, you're going to take 6 die 6 worth of damage, whatever that is, at the start of your turn.
Oh,
So there's a
okay,
chance that this
then.
doesn't happen. Yeah, there's a chance this doesn't
Yeah.
even happen.
Okay, because I thought you said 66, and I was like, holy shit, I'm going down.
I'm
Cool.
gonna move you inside that thing.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, and it would
it's
help
fine.
to move Nadri over here so we can all see. Okay, so Irridin has been swallowed. It's now going to make antennae attacks against first the Atrociraptor, a 16 hits, and it's going to try to whip you, Balrin. 28 hits Balrin. So now it's got you grappled and restrained, and it's got the Atrociraptor grappled and restrained. Okay, Drow that is in front of Ursa screams out and says, "You'll pay for that." We'll see if you really will. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. 2 melee attacks. Right, he pulls out a longsword, and he makes the first of his 2 attacks, missing Ursa with a 10, and he
Did you
rolls
roll
another.
advantage?
No. So that first one was just a 10. Thank you for the reminder. Second one, with advantage, is a 25 for 7 points of slashing damage, non-magical.
Okay. And are we rounding up or down?
Round up, so take 4.
Okay. It's been so long.
He doesn't try to escape.
He didn't hear no bell.
He didn't hear no bell. Okay, so Nadri's turn. Let's go back to the giant toad scene.
Irridin probably heard a bell.
Your toad is technically 30 feet off the map, but those drow are where they appear on the map.
I would like to circle around as a giant toad and breath weapon from behind. I guess it's not quite far enough to reach the other one, but hey. Trying to chase them
and
back
is this
towards
a
my
dexterity
party.
saving roll?
Yes, it is DC 16. Of course.
And it's a 23. Half damage?
Half damage. I don't know why that rolled 1d10. It should be 3. So
Okay,
3
go ahead and roll
plus
2 more real
8,
quick. So we got 11 and
15 radiant.
15 radiant. Okay.
Bonus action. I'm going to drop out of toad mode. Just because the attack bonus sucks.
Okay, we'll just put you directly to the north so we can get you on the map there.
Yep, and that's it for Nadri.
All right, Nadri. That creature is chilling. Irden, here it comes. Since you or nobody else was able to get you out of there. All right, so you're gonna take 17 points of acid damage.
Not 20.
Okay, so you're in there, you're blinded, and you're restrained.
Cool. So, I'm going to do
Don't hate, appreciate.
two things. 3 if you'll let me. If it works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first move Dawn 10 feet towards me. Because I am protected by everything, correct? Am I
Yes,
muted? Okay, sweet.
yes, you
So
are.
basically, I'm bringing it up so he's in it, but Balrin's not. So like, kind of on me, but not on Balrin. If that makes sense.
Got it. Yeah, totally.
So that's that. I just get to move every turn. Then I would like to twin Dissonant Whispers, if that's possible. It's a save, so I don't know if I can twin that because it's not an attack.
Depends on the rules of the meta magic spell.
Is
I'm gonna read it
Only
really
has
quick
one
because
person I can
believe.
hear right here.
they're usually pretty specific about that.
How to target a second creature in range. So never mind. I can't do it. Okay, but I'm still gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. Where did it go?
Okay.
And
who are we targeting with the Dissonant Whispers?
a person within range that can hear it, and so that would be this dude because I don't need to see it. So
Okay.
whoever's biting me, swallowing me. So
Let me ask this:
whisper.
does Dissonant Whispers require the receiver to understand a language?
So it says, I
That would
whisper
be
a
the only
discordant
hang up here.
melody. The only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. And then wisdom saving throw.
The only thing it says is a deafened creature automatically succeeds on the save, so it doesn't look like it.
Perfect.
Sweet.
I just asked
So-
because some things do specify they have to understand
Yeah.
a language, and this thing would not be able to. But
Yeah, I think it's
since
just
that's
a
not the case,
sound.
did you say it
so-
was a wisdom saving roll?
Wisdom saving DC 16.
All right, let's see how I do. Fail.
Yes. Okay. So on a failed save, it takes 3d6. Ooh, 18. Hell yes. Damage.
The number of the beast.
Yes. And let's see.
Okay.
And must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. It doesn't move onto obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit. And then on a successful save, okay, so no. So
All
it
right.
gets spits me
So
out.
it runs into here and squeezes into that crevice with you still inside. But it gets itself out of that dawn.
Wouldn't it spit me out?
It does not spit
did
you
it
out.
chew me? Oh, I'm in its digestive system. Damn it. Okay.
Yep.
Did it drag me with it? 'Cause I'm restrained.
Yes, actually, you and the Atrociraptor get dragged along, being restrained.
Can you
Ursa,
ping where it went real quick?
your boyfriend's in trouble.
Oh damn, that is so
Let
far
me
away
pull
from me.
Frankie's. Yeah, we're all the way over here, Cook. We are all the way over here.
My
I
boyfriend,
think
no.
oh, I got it. I'm just yelling out. It's like I got this. So everybody's freaking out about. Like, just got eaten. It's not that big of a deal.
So is there
Isn't
anything
that what
else from
Ethlin
Earden?
said when he got dragged in by the and almost killed by the ropers?
Ropers?
Ethlin was fine at the end.
Yeah, this
At the
might be
end.
Was
tricky.
he though?
He had
I'm not
PTSD.
enjoying myself.
Is that it for Earden, Alyssa?
Yeah, because my plan of Misty Step, I have to see it. So you just fucked my entire plan. Thank you.
Let's see. Let's pull Nadri back where I can attack him. Okay, first things first. Let me read this spell one more time. Nadri, are you wearing anything metal armor? Probably not, because you're a druid.
I think I might have studs.
That's
Doesn't matter. 'Cause
not.
that was a
No, we're talking
crit,
about
buddy.
metal armor. But yeah, I just rolled a crit on your ass. Ah, feels good.
1 second. I do believe I have a reaction for this, but maybe not.
Okay,
No,
and
Come
for
on,
whatever
Bard.
reason, it's
I
not
don't.
rolling the damage.
I don't have
so I
that
don't know.
that bard ability yet.
Okay, let me just read what it says for the damage because it's not doing it for whatever reason. Oh, I think it's because it's literally reading the spell and trying to do this on a creature that doesn't
Hey,
actually have
yes,
a level.
I
So I'm
do.
gonna make a
Silvery
judgment roll.
barbs. Duh.
That's why I said,
Okay.
come on, Bard.
Okay, so the next one is a 4. Is a miss.
Whew. Good thing, 'cause I am
All
hurt.
right. It reaches out to grasp you with a shocking touch, and it almost seems as if it's about to, and then at the last minute, Nadri yanks their hand away, and it doesn't happen. Alrin, you are grappled, you are restrained. Escape
Yes,
check
sir.
DC 16 if you want out.
Do I have to make the poison saving throw thing again?
No, once you save against that effect, you're immune to it for 24 hours.
Okay. And that save does take an action, right?
Escape check save does take an action. It's actually an ability
Okay.
check, not a save.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did last time then and Misty step my way right across him
Okay.
to get out of it. And he is still grappling the raptor, so I get advantage on these attacks. I'll give me a crit. Oh my goodness. 15 to hit.
15 is a hit. It's quite
Oh.
big, and despite it being slick and able to move around corners quickly, it's such a long body, you know.
All right. Cool. All right. So once again, 3rd level smite. There we go. 13, 17. 37 plus 8, 45 on the first hit.
Fuck yeah.
All right. You smash the creature with your hammer as it spins around and catch one of its mandibles, knocking it off and colliding your hammer with its head, killing the creature.
Oh, I still had an attack left. That's okay. All right, so I used bonus action, a Misty Step, and in my action, I haven't used a movement. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of use a movement to like stomp around in this thing to try to find where Earden is. Or
All right, so you're stomping
Earden is,
along the stomach kind of portion area, and you come across a massive, at least 5-foot lump. It's either Earden or something else that this thing swallowed.
Okay. I was like, just follow the sound of my voice. We all down. All right, that's
Okay,
it.
is that your turn? All right.
That's it.
This drow sees that Nadri has evaded the shocking grasp and decides that it will cast a spell that Nadri shall not evade. Magic missile. Unless you've got shield.
I don't.
Okay, 9 force damage. And the evoker begins to pull back. Ursa. Why did it pull you over here? Delete that token. Oh, and it deleted you from the turn order. Okay, well, you're right here. Okay, back to Ursa's turn. Sorry about all that.
All good. Okay, so I have a cavalier right in front of me.
Directly to the south. And you did see a spellcaster slip around the northwest corner up here.
Right in my wheelhouse. So let's go ahead and finish this guy off. Reckless attack, great weapon master, all that jazz. Let's see some big numbers happen. That's the biggest number you could get. That's a crit, boys and girls.
Right? So
You want
your
me to roll
damage
damage
will
or
surpass the amount of their hit points, but you may roll the damage if you'd like to know how much damage you did.
let's see some numbers.
I feel confident in
21
saying that their
plus.
12 hit points aren't going to be sufficient.
I also rolled the special number. I rolled 3 6s on 3d6s. Plus
Wow.
another 3 is 21. 44 damage.
To a creature with 12 hit points. Boy, that's an ugly kill.
And I'm screaming in anguish because I haven't seen my boyfriend. Don't know where he's at. I'm a little bit worried at this point. You said I saw the other drow though creep forward to the north.
Yeah, there was a drow that came around the corner, a spellcaster that came around this corner. Oh, there they are right there. Look at that.
35
we
feet
go.
get you there.
Good. I still got 10 feet of movement left just in case, but I don't think I'm going to need it looking at the initiative. And I'm going to second attack. Let's see some more big numbers. No, not as big. One less, though, for a 27. So, 11 is 32 damage.
And another kill for Ursa as she runs rampant through the drow. Now,
Just a big overhand swing.
Alrin, Irden, the rest of them you haven't seen for quite a while. You do know there is a drow back behind you in this other cavern that is fighting with Nadri. And everybody else, as far as you know, is further to the west.
Okay, so I've got 10 feet of movement left and a
Sure.
bonus
Okay.
action. If I move that 10 feet to the southwest, can I see them in the tunnel?
Let's see.
Not
Another 10
southwest,
feet.
southeast. Where's the
No.
drow at?
There, no, you still can't see him.
Oh, the drow.
Okay.
Okay. If you go to the
Still
southeast,
can't
yes,
see
you
him.
can see the drow. They would still be another, after your 10 feet of movement, still another about 30 feet away, just under.
And Nadri, you're fighting them like hand to hand.
They're in each other's face.
It's
Yes.
about to get a very, very bad surprise. A fifth
In
level
fact,
bad surprise.
just to give a better representation of what's going on, That's kind of what Ursa would be seeing right now.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure before I threw this hammer in there with my
Oh.
bonus action. I'm not gonna do that.
Please don't stun me.
Yeah, that's the plan, to not do that. I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn and allow Nature to live to see another day.
Right, well, that does bring it to Nadri's turn.
Yeah. A 5th level blight. I'm done playing around. I'll take a step back since it's a
Okay.
ranged spell attack, so she can have an opportunity attack, I guess.
Well,
I guess it's not an
sure.
attack, it's a save. 16 con.
19 to hit for 3 piercing damage.
19 just hits.
A fail on the save.
98. 43 necrotic.
Overkill. 29 hit points remaining. Take 43 damage. They're just about turned into freaking dust from that blight. You see the moisture evaporate from their body. You even see some skin start to flake off. And as they hit the ground, their bones are so brittle that you can hear them snapping and falling apart inside what's left of their body. Sickening amount of necrotic damage.
She would have been better off if she would have just let me eat her as a toad.
Yep.
Hell yeah. That ends combat, correct?
Let's see. Looks like, yep, the only 2 creatures remaining did never come out to fight because they didn't have any reason to. As the sounds of battle close and Balrin finds what he thinks to be the lump where Irden is inside of the gigantic creature, what does he do to get Irden out of there?
So he finds the back of the creature. And he starts just yelling at Irden, like, come this way, just to see if she'll go out that direction.
You mean like away from the mouth that I just came in?
Irden.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna go that way, but I am gonna try to use my short sword to like cut through the belly to get out.
As Balrin tries to coerce Irden to exit the back end of the creature, he sees the tip of a short sword pierce through the underbelly of the creature, and slowly Irden begins to saw her way through. Do you offer aid, Balrin?
Oh, absolutely.
As Balrin sees the sword begin cutting, he grabs one side of the flesh and pulls it, and suddenly Irden can see the daylight spell going around the corners of the cavern to the north and the south as she begins to crawl out of the creature, and you don't have to take any more acid damage. I was going to make you take more if Balrin didn't help you.
Yay.
It was taking
Thank
too
you.
long.
I was
But
like,
since
oh, this is
Balrin
gonna
was
get
kind
hairy.
enough to help you, yeah, and Irden comes out. She is covered in a almost like a fluorescent yellow, slimy liquid, and she is smoking as she comes out of it. Clearly, she's taken quite a bit of acid damage from being inside the gullet and stomach of this creature.
Dungeon Master.
Oh, Scott,
Oh.
what's up?
Oh shit.
We have our cleric just right when I need him.
Oh god, yeah.
Please heal me.
Um,
Also, Nick, may
Or-
I try to gather some of these on-keg eggs? Can I try and find like some more mature on-keg eggs and collect some?
Roll me a percentile.
44?
On a 44,
There we
you're
go.
able to find some eggs. None of them really look that mature at all. They look like a lot of these eggs have been laid on the more recent side. But you are able to find some. Roll me, please, a d8.
Dose.
All right. So with the size of the eggs, and you kind of realize that they're a little bit delicate. They're not as hardened on the outside as you thought they might be, but they are sticky. So you know you can stick them to things. You're able to collect 4 eggs that you can
Yeah.
reasonably transport.
Into the bag of holding.
All right. And what else would the party like to do now that the combat has momentarily subsided?
What? I missed
I would-
combat? What?
Just missed the end of the last combat. Missed Earden getting swallowed by a gigantic beast.
I
There's
would
so
like
many
to
ways
use.
to take that.
Yeah, I'd like to use 2 charges of the staff of healing for cure wounds.
Okay. So Earden
1d8.
uses 2 charges to cure wounds on herself. I will start with Balrin, since Earden is a bit occupied. Why don't you go ahead and make me a knowledge nature check?
That's a natural 5.
Okay, so the creature that popped out at the end there, yeah, you're not exactly sure what it is. You definitely saw Ankegs in here, but that thing? Who knows?
I'd like to run and go find my girl Ursa. I haven't seen her in like a
Double
month.
Ursa's token.
I think we meet in the middle.
Yeah, Balrin starts coming out, and there's an Adrian Ursa right there. And since Scott is here, we'll pull Edmund in as well.
Edmund, I got some boo boo.
Are you dead?
No, but I'm hurt
Oh,
pretty bad.
forget.
Right. The grave cleric arrives.
You know he has to be maximum efficiency with those heals. Come on now. Don't even come to him if you're not dead already.
As Balrin's running to Ursa, he sees Madri hurting pretty bad. He puts a hand on his shoulders. He runs by and puts 20 lay on hands.
About 15 more. I got 5 left in reserve.
Oh, that's better, guys. Thank you.
How far
Well-
down?
I'm at 71 now with those 35.
Cook.
What's up, Scott?
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How's Ursa doing,
Earden's-
I think is what they meant.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Ursa, yeah. That's all right. I'll have both conversations. It's all good.
No, that's the purest moment we're gonna have tonight. That was great.
Ursa's doing great on HP. I think Ursa at this point is just hugging the shit out of Balrin, checking him
Yeah.
over for wounds, making sure he's okay.
I'm good.
Meanwhile, Earden was the one that was fucking swallowed.
Yep.
Yeah, Earden
You good?
Earden is. Am I muted? No. Okay.
No, you're
Good.
good. You're good.
Earden is still back in that cove, probably just sitting down. Probably just kind of like trying to scrape off the shit, and
Yeah,
she's
it's
probably
nasty. It's
at that.
dank. It's sticky.
Yeah.
It's just. Ugh.
And she's probably at that like adrenaline kind of point where everything's like shaking and you're like, I don't need to cry, but I'm crying. Like, what is going on? So yeah, she's just kind of having a little breakdown in the corner.
I like
Balrin
to
turns to the
envision.
rest.
Oh,
Go ahead, Cook.
No, I was just saying I like to envision. You know how when like a 4-year-old falls and they're not really hurt, but you pick them up and check them all over and do all that stuff. I think that that's what Ursa is doing to Balrin. She's just bodily picked him up and checked him all over, make sure there's no wounds or anything, just to make sure everything's all good. She's hugging the fuck out of him because she hasn't seen him all
Yeah.
combat.
Oh, I'm good. I mean, let's be clear. There are wounds. I did take a good chunk of damage, but I'm still very healthy. Yeah, I'm just like, no, it's good to see you. Missed you. And then it kind of turns to the whole group. It's like, look, Bearden has seen some stuff, and I think a lot of positive energy needs to go her way right now, or we're going to have another Ethlin situation on our hands. And then he turns, he kind of pats Ursa on the back one more time and asks her to put him down. And then turns around. He's like, Earden, it was a great fight. How you doing? And walks back in here.
Can you move my token towards Earden? Because I'm going to do the same thing towards Earden, but I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Iris probably
As you guys
looking
are
up at
walking into
Balrin.
that cavern. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alyssa.
Oh, sorry. Like, as Balrin's coming in, all joyful and stuff, she's gonna look at him and be like, "You tried to get me to crawl out this animal's ass. Just don't."
So a typical fight for this.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed that part too, Scott. After she was swallowed and the fight ended, Balrin kind of like was finding the mass that was Earden from the outside of the creature, and then he walked to the back end and was like, "Earden, follow the sound of my voice. You'll get out." You know.
That's
Look, hey,
Yeah.
Balrin's not smart. He didn't know. It's a weird looking creature. He did a nature check on it and got a 5, right? Like he maybe he thought that was
It's
the mouth.
true.
You don't know.
And now that everybody's
I'm gonna-
together, can
Yeah.
those that have not taken a nature check, let's do a nature check right now to see if anybody can identify for sure what this creature is.
yeah. Well, I've so real quick. I had plenty of spell slots. So who needs curing?
Well, I was going to give Earden,
yeah.
I got a 6 on my Cure Wounds.
Well-
That's 1 kiss on the cheek. And then I'm going to give you my final 5 Lay on Hands. That's another kiss on the cheek, as I'm making sure that my bestest girlfriend is okay.
Well, I
That
can.
gets me up to like 80 out of 92. That's not too bad because I don't normally take this much damage because I'm normally hiding. But this did not work out well.
I was just gonna do it if you didn't want to, Ursa, and save your slot.
So I did take a good chunk of damage. I've still got about 70 hit points, but I'm down 30. So if it's not gonna horribly take up a resource, I will take a little
Yeah.
healing.
All right, I'll do.
Actually, if you could give Earden one of those heals,
Yep.
that way I could save a smite slot.
Everybody
just
take
in case
19
we
as
come
I
across
cast
this.
Mass Cure Wounds.
That's what I was gonna do.
Ooh.
It's
No,
just
no,
a heal
no.
fest, man. Everybody's just casting.
Scott, I
you know,
don't wanna make you, nobody's down. Why heal your friends if they're not
No,
unconscious,
no,
you know?
I'm not that brutal. Sometimes.
Now that
Hey,
Earden's
you know-
obviously cheered up.
in my opinion, druids are better healers anyways than clerics. So I'm just saying. Maybe life clerics, but
But now that
All
Earden's
right.
totally healed up, I'll turn to Balrin turns to Ursa and goes, "Hey, I killed this thing almost by myself."
that is true.
Wow.
There was that dissident whispers that there was that 18 that Earden did do from the inside, which I think should count twice. But
Ursa's gonna
Massive
hang her
advantage.
head, and I think I only killed 4 things.
Only.
Whatever.
I think you started it off with two attacks, 2 kills. I think that's how this fight started.
I don't think I
Hey,
killed anything.
Alyssa, real quick, you remember when you did the dissonant whispers and you said, "Well, doesn't it spit me out?" It says on the stat block, if it's dealt 30 damage from the inside, it will regurgitate whatever's in its stomach. So you had 12 more to go, and you would have done it.
So close.
And I figured too, well, the more of you it swallows, the more likely it is that you guys are gonna burst out of it. So I'm just gonna start
Yeah.
swallowing you all.
On my
Did anybody
thing,
beat a
it doesn't say that,
16
but-
on their nature, or excuse me, meat, or beat a 16?
I definitely
I
didn't.
definitely didn't. I got a 3 on the dice.
17.
Okay, so after Earden regains her composure and calms herself. She explains to this group that this is kind of like an alpha onkeg. It's called an ongenfil, and it was probably trying to protect this brood and its egg clutches when the fighting erupted between you and the Drow, which caused it to, activate and come to your area.
Of course, we tried to sneak through. Drow gotta fuck everything up.
Yes, you did, and if you guys remember correctly, you had come from the southernmost direction of the map, and you want to be heading to the northeast.
I'd like to take a quick 6 seconds while Erden's looking at the body to try to figure out what this thing is, and finally fucking use my harness divine power. Go ahead and get back one of my first level spell slots.
Excellent. Excellent choice. And are you guys going to take time to loot these bodies?
Yeah, let's see what we can get. My investigation sucks though. But hey, 18.
Oh shit, that's pretty good.
Honestly, no investigation roll necessary. You look them over, and what you find is a bunch of drow weapons, which you're kind of used to seeing at this point. A few spell casting focuses, mundane drow armor, things like that. So rather than list every single individual thing, we're just going to say that you all find about 600 gold pieces worth of items. I'll put that in out of game chat so you guys can add that to your gold total, whoever's tracking that.
Yep. Got it.
All right, and let me close these tabs. All right, so everything's quiet once again. You're in this cavern on your way to Embla, and you feel like you got to be getting close.
Did I find any more drow poison?
Yeah, you have found 5 vials of drow poison.
Oh, yeah.
You guys probably have like an unlimited supply.
I've got 15 now.
Drow poison's a D8.
No, what it is
Hey.
it requires the person that gets poisoned by it to make a DC 13 Constitution saving roll. If they fail, they're poisoned for an hour, and if they fail by more than 5, they're unconscious for a minute, unless somebody can wake them up.
Hmm.
So it doesn't
Hey,
actually
Nate,
deal
if you
damage, but it does things.
can I get 2 of those vials of drow poison?
Yeah. That puts me in 13. So, continue on to Embla.
Yes, who's gonna lead the group?
Nadri.
All right. May I have Nadri not
And
roll a
Erden's
survival
giving
check,
help.
but instead roll me a percentile. Don't roll less than 10.
Why'd you have to put that energy out there in the world, man? 80. Hell yeah.
Great. The rest of your travel to Embla is uneventful. When you arrive, you of course are welcomed warmly. I'm going to pull up a map of the city itself. Give me a moment here. We got all these divided chapters, and here we go.
Oh, this map is animated? That is sick.
I never, ever, ever noticed this map being animated before now. Ever.
Oh, that
So
is
I don't
cool.
know if it did or what, but I did have to update a bunch of shit today. I've never noticed this before in my life, though. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Lighting has got me all blacked out except for the what do we
Oh,
call those?
that
Those crystal rooms.
Well, you know what? Actually, I have a better idea. Let's do
Yeah.
this. Let's go to. Let's configure this scene here. Wait, can I config? Okay, maybe not. Let's try this. All right, how about that?
Nope, still can't see the map.
It's somehow slightly darker.
Yeah.
While he's figuring that out,
Okay.
what are we doing in Embla again?
We're trying to get
This is where
the
you're
folks
going
to join us,
to.
kind of on our final march to
Olaf.
the Holoth. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh my god, this map is gorgeous.
So this is a recruiting mission here.
Not quite.
More of a "we saved your city, you owe us" type of thing.
Gotcha.
It was probably always going to come to something like this, but yeah, you guys have decided that you're going to go to Holoth and attack the city. So you're going to look for reinforcements. You've already got some from Stoneholm, and you've been promised some help from Vethin's Hold. All right, so
Need a
everybody can see the
shower.
map now, yeah?
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
bet you didn't shower.
This map is thick, Nick.
Hey, it's in the AAW games, Rise of the Drow. I think this thing was $70 for the VTT package. It comes with the PDF, the entire adventure campaign. Everybody go out and buy it because this is a really great adventure. I am not in any way affiliated with this group, but I love this adventure. It's fantastic. And yeah, the VTT is supported fairly well. I will say that.
It's our
But you
first
all into
move.
the city. You're greeted warmly. Everybody remembers who you guys are. You basically helped liberate the city after the Drow occupation of it, which was quite short-lived. And you also helped bring over the reinforcements from Stoneholm, who have stayed in the city, and they inform you that there have been some Drow skirmish attacks here and there. They've come to the gate and tried to, attack and find a weak point a couple of times, but so far they haven't been able to. But as you're talking, and you're talking to the person from the merchant circle, I don't remember if you remember this person, but the guy's name was Marilyn Obsidianax. He was the kind of the representative of the people for the merchant circle. So as you remember, they're represented by nobles and merchants and all these different groups, and this is the one that just represents the common person in the merchant circle. And once he finds out you're in town, he tracks you all down, and he's talking to you about the skirmishes from the Drow and things like that, and he asks how your travels have been since you've been to Embla. It's been a couple weeks.
While we are in Embla, would Natri be able to find and purchase a luck stone?
You will be able to find in Embla potions, consumables, magic items, etc. that are uncommon or common. If it's anything rare or above, we'll roll for it.
It's uncommon. I just don't see it on Sanes.
Okay, let's just make a judgment call on it then. Let's just say it's 1,000 gold.
Okay, are you sure? It gives me +1 bonus to all saving throws and ability checks. So if you want to raise the price on that, I understand. It does take an attunement slot though.
I was gonna say a lot of uncommon items are priced between like 800 and like 1,500 gold, so I feel like 1,000 is fair enough.
Okay, anybody against me spending 1,000 over 40,000 left?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, if any of you guys want to do some shopping here, potions, things of that nature, like I said, uncommon or below, 100% here. Rare or higher, we'll roll for it.
Pretty good.
Okay. Is there anything that you wanted to report back to Embla? Anything important about while you were out? Anything you did? Things like that.
No, I think our purpose of coming here was to gather allies, and make a swing to the lake and see if the Lakmaharmakami would help, whatever it was.
I would just say, just let them know that we have a mercenary group from Bethan's Hold that'll be joining us, and as well as Stoneholm will be there. So just to kind of reassure them that they're not going to be fighting this alone.
Okay. So he says, maybe we need to meet with the circle and kind of hash this all out. So he brings you to the pink kind of building, and you guys begin having a discussion. And Mayor Torrance Stonetooth, he's particularly interested in your plan of attack for Holoth when it comes down to it. He says, so is the plan just to march the armies to the front gate and attack, or do you have something else in mind?
Would I have like knowledge enough to come up with any sort of plan that would help, like coming at him from like all entries in at once, or trying to do sneaky like subversive would be better?
Well, you know that their gates are pretty heavily fortified. Um, they use ballistas and things like that to make sure that whoever is outside stays outside unless they want that inside. But it's like any place in the Underdark. There's ways to slip in, and you could try to go in that route. You could also teleport in there. There's magic circles in there. You would just have to get the coded runes and things like that. But there's definitely different options to go in. Um, as Earden thinks about it, what's the best option? Are they're all foolhardy. I mean, you're talking about attacking a city full of Drow. They are ruthless. Some call them bloodthirsty, and one thing they definitely are is a proud people that are going to defend their turf at all costs.
I would probably say that our best option would be not to attack the entire city, but focus on the House of Gullion, because everybody's very proud to fight against everybody who's attacking. Like if you're coming in here attacking Drow in general, everybody's going to fight you. But if you focus your attention on the house that's causing all the problem, one or two things are not, or actually probably a combination of both. You're going to have Drow that are going to go, yeah, that's not my problem. And then there's going to be the people that are like lower houses that are vying for top house that will see this as the advantage to go after that house and will give us aid to a point.
So you think some will be loyalists and some will turn against the house? How can that be predicted? Is there any way?
I'd probably say the top 2 or 3 houses would join in just to take out the top and then claim. So I would definitely the second or third house for sure.
That just sounds like replacing a problem with a problem.
Well, so the first step is to get rid of the powerhouse and destroy this crystal or return the crystal, and then put in another system of governing to
Also, Earden would know that, just to echo what Nadri's saying is, you're just replacing one problem with another problem. Well, Holoth probably has like 3 or 4 times the population that Embla does. Holoth is a really, really big city. And it's mostly Drow. There are some non-Drow there, but they have no problem replacing their numbers. You know what I mean? Like you could be asking for a swift death sentence to just try to go in there and take out the entire city of Drow. That might not be reasonable, but maybe it is. But you do know that when it comes down to that, numbers are on their side.
Also, it failed during the fight, so Nadri's going to pull out that 8th level scroll of Sunburst and give it to Iriden and say, "You probably do better with this than I can."
Okay, so remind me again how you do above your level.
So we do an Arcana test of 10 plus the scroll's level. So if it's an 8th level scroll, we do an Arcana 18. And if you
Okay.
pass, you can cast the scroll.
Yeah, yours
However,
is
it is
much better
normally
than mine.
cast. Like the Arcana check itself doesn't count as an action, but like if the spell is an action, a bonus action, whatever, then you still do that
And
for
that
your
does.
spell. The
Okay.
Arcana test is just kind of like, can I even do this? But if you fail it, essentially like you pull out the scroll and start trying to read it, and it might as well be in a different language for you because the spell's so advanced that you can't grasp the nature of how to cast it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay. Yep.
Sometimes you might, it's like, oh, I know how to cast this spell, I just don't have the ability to do it, which would reflect you exceeding the Arcana check and saying, yeah, like, I could totally cast this spell if I could cast 8th level spells. Yeah, sorry, my dog was like begging me to go outside again, so I just let her out. And yes, Irden is able to find a shower. After talking with the merchant circle for a bit, they direct you guys to some facilities where you can shower. If you need to change out any clothes or anything like that, get things washed up. Your weapons will be sharpened and cleaned for you while you wait, unless you'd like to do that yourself. But chances are you're going to be in Embla a couple days because you are gathering forces here, waiting for the remaining forces from Stoneholm to come. You also got to get a hold of Vethin's Hold and tell them to send the Swiftblades here. And you guys said you wanted to go check out the lake. So you definitely got a few days on the docket here. So yeah, back to the merchant circle meeting though. They kind of are, a lot of chin scratching and a lot of pondering, things like that. As Irden gives this information, which they're taking freely, Irden definitely helped defend the city in the first place, and they look at her as a potential inside track to what's going on within Holoth and how they can overcome the Drow there. And they do say, we'll leave you to what you need to do right now, rest up, get some food, um, bathe, whatever you need to do, and maybe in a few days' time we get together again and finalize a plan of what exactly we're going to do about Holoth and how we're going to handle this. Seems like there's some factors that aren't yet tied up. And with that, they release you guys. So let's take this as an opportunity to roleplay. But before we do that, let's do a 10-minute bio break.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
We will be right back, folks.
Okay, so I'm just kind of going through some stuff on here. Now looking back at it a second time, I'm like, you know what? I think the way you originally had it is correct. So that's what we're gonna
Heck
Sweet.
do.
yeah.
All right, I'm ready to go back whenever you guys
Yeah,
are.
we
Go
are back.
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming back with us. All right, so back in Embla, the party begins to do their long rest. They begin to bathe up, make merry, eat, and drink. And I'd like to ask everybody, we're going to have 2 days to spend in Embla, and then you guys are going to head off to the lake. What are you doing with those 2 days in Embla? And let's go ahead and we'll start with Earden. What is Earden doing in Embla for a couple of days?
Probably a spa day. And then
Okay.
wherever people need like knowledge or logistics or anything like that, she would go to help and give up whatever wisdom she had.
Awesome. Very nice. And then how about Balrun? What's Balrun going to do for a couple of days?
So Balrun's going to be hitting the streets, kind of drumming up support, like almost down the street corners. Like, this is our chance. We can be rid of the Drow threat for good. And he's just kind of drumming up support from the populace. Like, we are dwarves. We fight. We don't go sneaky. We charge at the gate and we knock it down and we kill everybody inside. And he's just trying to get the general populace of Embla on his side.
Okay. Awesome. How about Ursa? What's Ursa up to for a couple of days?
Ursa is renewing battle paint. So I guess you could call it her version of a spa day. Just renewing the runes on her body, doing everything she has to look as fearsome as possible. Kind of going a route in between Iridan and Balrun. She can't offer logistics because she's not that smart. Let's be honest. But she can like shout battle cries. The Drow are a stain on as far as nature goes in the Underdark. Iridan notwithstanding. She's one of us. And no, she's also trying to drum up support, but I think from a different route that Balrun is going. Balrun's going the nationalistic route, and she's going more of the we got to take out the greater evil here.
All right. How about Edmund? Scott, what is Edmund up to for a couple of days in Embla?
He would be going to the churches, seeing if there's any assistance needed, just for general care, help, funeral rites,
Perfect.
whatever. I will also, since Balrun is out there, I will make sure to use the church or anybody that can write to make pamphlets for him to hand out.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Like he's on the corner. And then also to kind of work within the church to talk a little bit about the perversion of sucking souls out and see if we can drum up any support from like a holy warrior kind of standpoint to join the cause.
Nice, nice. All right, and then let's round it out with Nadri. What's Nadri doing for a couple of days in Embla?
All that sounds like really great, but it sounds like too much work. Nadri is finding a nice spot to plop down, smoke his pipe, and write some songs. He's on the day I was born. The elders all gathered round and gazed at a wide wonder at the dragonborn they had found. My scales were gleaming, My eyes a fiery tone. The matron sighed. He's bad to the bone. I'm wasting time. That's what Daedry does.
Very nice.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so I want everybody to take a point of inspiration because I like what everything that you guys had came up with. And then I would like everybody to add 1 point to one skill of their choice.
Skill.
Hell,
Just as a
yeah.
gift. Yep. 1 point to one skill of your choice. A rare gift, but you guys have been spending some downtime, and undoubtedly during these next couple of days and the days that are coming to follow, you'll be spending some time gearing up and honing your skills. So this can reflect that. You may add 1 point to one skill of your choice.
Mm. Ooh.
See, I'm at that point where 1 point and anything doesn't actually give me anything. Can I just take that as an initiative bonus instead?
Initiative is a skill check. You may.
Okay.
Oh shit! In that case, I would like to add it to initiative because I got a +0 in initiative.
Yeah, same. I didn't mean to roll it, but
Those are all skill. Those are skill checks, so you all may take initiative if you'd like to.
Or
Edmund's gonna take an
you know what?
initiative.
I'm not.
to increase that.
I'm going to take it in intimidation. I'm not a very intimidating person right now, but I will be after the +1.
Okay, so Edmund and Nadri took it to their initiative. Did anybody else take their initiative as their skill?
Yeah, Baldwin is as well, I think.
Same.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, I get a +3 to initiative instead of a +1 I've had all the time. The stone I just bought gives me the other +1.
Okay.
It's not quite a level up though, Nick.
Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Ah, this is what I need to... Okay, yours already comes through. I don't even need to change yours. Great. Okay. With that, is there anything anybody wants to do before you head off to the lake?
No, just confirm that we've done a long road.
Definitely. You've done at least 2 long rests. If you have items that recharge, you may recharge them for 2 dawns.
Okay, stupid question. How do I change initiative on D&D Beyond?
You can't.
Oh,
You're just gonna have to remember to say.
You don't have to remember anything because I am rolling your guys' initiatives for the most part, so I'm
Okay.
just going to change it here.
yeah. And that gives me a +4, so I'm happy about that. I'll take everything I can get.
The only one who has to remember their skill change is me because I can't manually update skills.
Because I'm going to also do that for you.
Ooh.
Because I try to just roll initiative in the VTT as the only thing I roll for you guys, but because I do that, it just makes it easier to do the combat. -1.
It sucks we're gonna go see the dragon without Ethlin, but it is what it is. He's got that in.
Is
We don't actually know how
what
to
it
call
is.
him. That's how Ethlin usually calls him.
I have a feeling I could get him to come out if I wanted to.
Balrin is the last resort.
Balrin, I will remind you that the last time you made fun of this dragon, you ended up in nothing but your skivvies under a table hugging your legs.
I mean, he gave me LSD. That's gonna happen.
All right, and you guys head off to the lake. Nothing happens between Embla and the lake, and you make it there, and it's the same familiar lake you always see, even with the stone golem every once in a while peeking up out of the water as it reaches a part of the water that's too shallow for it to walk along the ground. How will you call the dragon? You've seen Ethlin put his hand in the water before.
Not doing that.
But when he, yeah, because he took like acid damage or something to do it. So I don't know. Can you like, does the hammer have any sort of, I don't know, call to him or something?
Nadri will
Not
do
from
it.
my end.
Oh,
Go ahead, Nadri.
great crave dragon, we call to you. Put my hand in the water.
Mighty Veil Talahok Ikarme.
You get points for trying.
A
Whoa,
voice
hang on.
echoes throughout the
I think I
cavern.
crushed that.
Says, Valtua Hikarme is the one you seek. Pronounce it correctly, please. Says, where's Candrix?
He's got an egg on the way, so he took himself out of danger.
Nadri. And this is just a voice booming throughout the cavern. You have summoned me. What is it that you want?
We ask again for your assistance.
In what way?
The Drow and Holoth are performing some foul ritual that we fear will wreak havoc on the Underdark. Nowhere will be safe. So we ask your assistance in the siege of Holoth.
Says, please, step into my sanctum. And you guys see a magical blue sphere appear in front of you. He invites you to touch the sphere.
Adri looks back at everybody, shrugs, and touches it.
Why not?
Okay,
I'll touch
one
it.
by one, as you all touch the sphere, you find yourself transported to the small island in the middle of the lake. Unfortunately, I could not find quite an Underdark map for this, so this is technically an outdoor lake. If you just would like to pretend that those shrubs are simply rocks and that the ground is not green, but rather, gray or whatever. But other than that, that's kind of it. You have a little bit of shoreline and you have this kind of big stalagmite in the middle. And in the middle of a glowing circle, you see Valtua Hikarme. The rest of you, each in your own respective circles, as you're immediately teleported to what he calls his sanctum. And he says, it is nice to see you all again, and to hear that you've been doing well. It is my help you seek in the siege of Holoth. What if I were to tell you that that is not where my interests lie?
Well, I could say it would surprise me. We just kind of sprung this on you.
Holoth plays an important part in the balance of the Underdark. Believe it or not. To eliminate Holoth could be to invite a greater threat.
That sounds like a future Nadri problem, and I'm dealing with the current Nadri problem.
But they're currently summoning souls.
Oh yeah, they're gathering up a bunch of souls. Who knows what kind of eldritch horror they're planning on pulling from the abyss.
Wouldn't that disrupt the balance as well?
You know how they're gathering these souls.
Yes.
I'm thinking that's pretty much why the raids have intensified.
He says there's a certain instrument that they're using to gather these souls. If you were to enter Holoth and begin slaying Drow, you would fuel the instrument with more souls, and thus make it more powerful. It is the instrument used by the matron mother of the Ghoulian house. Isn't that right, Eardin? Laura.
Yes.
I've never met your mom, but I really don't like your mom.
The feeling is very mutual. How do we
And you may think
stop this?
the instrument being used is the moon shard, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna make a history roll to see if Nature even. Nope, he has no idea what that is.
Yeah, that's true. Neji wasn't there for the beginning of the campaign, and you may not have heard a lot about it. Same with Ursa. I don't know how much discussion has happened about the moon shard, but I don't recall too much. And Altua Karme says, it is in fact not the moon shard fueling this. It is a different artifact altogether. One provided by a race of sentient crystalline beings known as the Vidre. Can I get Eardin, Balrin, and anybody else with reasonable ties to the Underdark to roll a knowledge history check DC 20?
It's my first time, so nope.
11.
Eardin?
19?
Oof. 19 is not
Mhm.
quite 20.
Nope.
Eardin feels like, as he says the Vidre, like something is triggered far in the depths of her mind, but at the moment her recall is failing her. But Altua Karme continues.
What if we gave her guidance?
Too late. It was an on-the-spot thing. I don't think you would have guided.
No.
But it's okay, because what I will say is
I
the
have inspiration.
now it will not be protected by a roll in the future. It's your call if you want to use the inspiration, but as I just said, it's protected by a roll now, and sometime in the future it will not be. It's information you'll eventually find out. You just had a chance to get more now.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna leave my inspiration for something else. So I'm gonna roll way worse in the future. So
Okay.
I'll save it.
So the moment passes. Eardin almost feels like she knows what the Vidre is, but in her efforts to pay attention, she lets the thought scatter for now and thinks, I'll come back to this later. As he continues talking, he says, the Vidre are, to most, a benevolent set of beings. However, there is a benevolent? It might not be the correct word, but there's a duality to this gift. Artifact, known as the Vidrafact, does indeed grant the attuned user a great deal of power. But the power is gained by feeding souls. More often than not, the wielder of this item will become greedy to a point of wanting to fill it with an unlimited number of souls. Could be why the Drow are being as aggressive as they are. Undoubtedly a problem. However, to eliminate all the Drow could open us up to horrors of the abyss. For as we know, the Drow tend to make their civilizations in some of the furthest reaches of the Underdark, closest to where deepest chasms and the most dangerous threats lie. And Irden would know this as fact as well.
So
Do you know how we would destroy the I think it was the artifact.
The Vidrafact. Well, he
Vidra-
says you would have to come into contact with it at some point. You'd probably have to be able to see it, to be in the same space as it, be able to affect it.
what about is there a way to sever the user's connection with it?
While I have much arcane information, this I do not know.
How big is it?
Oh,
He is standing there as a gnome, and he says, approximately my height, perhaps a few inches taller. So this is not, like an iron stone. This is a very large crystal. This is like when you go get the Reiki spiritual cleansing and they have that huge crystal sitting in the corner.
Balrin walks up. Is like, I think I have a solution that will allow us to kill as many drow as we want, but without upsetting the balance and allowing something from the abyss to take over. He looks at the cave dragon and goes, how would you like to rule Olaf?
Ooh.
You help us.
He looks at
You help us take down the leadership. City is yours.
Balrer and he says, Sir, I've retired. Look at my beautiful plot. I need nothing of
Let's- yep.
Olaf.
Oh, I get it. I'd be scared too. It's fine.
Balrin.
Scales make
Your mockery
really good
amuses
armor.
me. What's that?
Said, scales make really good armor, Balrin.
They do, Nadri, as he admires Nadri's coat of scales.
We ain't fought a dragon yet, folks.
I'm still trying to get something out of this dragon.
I know you are. I was just kidding.
Athlon might be upset missing a dragon fight.
He says, the aid I would offer you would come not in the form of my physical presence, but perhaps in the form of gifts I can give to you.
What kind of gifts do you got?
If it's either gifts or no help, I'll take the gifts.
He says, and then perhaps there is something you could do for me.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Waiting on that.
Lay it on us.
Should you make it to Holoth, should you find the tower that holds Matron Maelora, and should you face her down, and should you potentially defeat her, I would like her teeth.
Can I do an insight check, or would I know why that would be not
Without
just creepy as-
inciting, he probably wants to use it for some type of ritual, like a potential binding spell, or to potentially empower something else. Teeth, bones, things of that nature are usually ground down and added into a number of different things. Irden has seen bone ground down and used in stonework before. Decorations, you know what I mean? All kinds of things. Armor. whatever, even just flat out using bones and hardening them as, clubs, weapons, holy relics even. There's plenty of
So
preserved skulls that are known to have powers.
so I'd probably step forward and just be like, I'll agree to this as long as her teeth cannot bring that woman back in any way. Like I honestly don't care if he gets the power or he gets a spell from it or whatever, as long as she stays dead.
But why her teeth specific?
Why do you need to know?
Nadri's holding a pair of pliers like, yeah, why?
Curiosity.
It's also my mother, and I know how powerful she is, and I don't. If she's gonna die, I want her to stay dead. So I would like to know what you're using your teeth for.
Drow items are affected greatly by sunlight, to the effect that they lose their magical properties and some can even be destroyed outright in sunlight. It is my belief, with some testing and help from a friendly alchemist, that if I were to imbue some Drow weapons that I have in my personal stash with this powerful dust from the teeth, that I could potentially prevent that from happening and be able to bring these weapons to the surface. Perhaps sell them, perhaps show them off. Who knows? My whole life isn't here in the Underdark,
I don't know if that'd be like insight or perception, just to get the feeling of whether I think he's lying or he would actually do this as a profit type thing.
Again, no insight required. Without understanding the total motivations of dragons and what they do, many dragons like wealth, like status, and to be able to have the power to bring Drow weapons to the surface with no negative magical effects would be not only quite powerful, but quite impressive. At the very least, he could brag to people and say, I have better magical stuff than you because of all this. And further, yeah, he could potentially try to sell this stuff if he really wanted to.
I'm cool with that.
I'm good with it.
As
So
long
the
as this
teeth,
doesn't upset the balance of nature, I'm down.
You don't need teeth very well.
I mean, and then ultimately too, everything upsets the balance in nature in one way or another, does it not?
It's our job to make sure it's as straight as possible. Well, mine at least.
Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. Well then, let us not hesitate a moment longer. Disappears from the rune circle momentarily. He blinks back into it. He has a portable hole that he lays out. And he says, all right, now in here, I have some items that I'm going to give out. These are to help you. I do not want them back, but I want those teeth. Don't forget it. The first thing he pulls out
Like
is
all
a
of the
belt,
teeth.
as many as I can have.
Gotcha.
If this works, and I do believe it will, I'm going to imbue as many items as I can with this.
So, Edmund, I'll look at Iriden. Does your mom still have teeth?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you're half elf. You know dwarves can get pretty old.
Dwarves or drow?
Drow.
Well, all elves.
Oh, I thought you said dwarves. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Um,
Oh, maybe I did. I meant to say elves. If I said
Okay.
dwarves, it was a misspeak.
I was like, wait,
Oopsie.
having an identity crisis there for a second. No wonder he hates me so much. No, I would think she would have most of them, just because, when you're the top house, you're well taken care of. Even if you're in like the top 10 or whatever. So I would think she'd be healthy.
All right. Just didn't know if this was some kind of potentially trick. Get the teeth, but she doesn't have any.
All right. So the first thing he pulls out is a belt. The belt is very thick and wide. It looks quite heavy, but he doesn't struggle to pick it up. And as he holds it, you can see smoke smoldering from the belt itself. And he tosses it to the feet of, I almost said Vrak. He tosses it to the feet of Ursa. And he says, "Here, this is for you. I think you'll like it quite a bit." As Ursa
It's
picks
about
up this
fire
belt,
giant tree.
it is. No identification necessary. For some reason, as soon as you pick it up, it's like your mind just clicks and you know exactly what this is. The belt of fire giant strength. Turns to Balrin and he says, "Well, maybe you aren't my favorite of the group, but you are a very important part." Pulls out a shield and he sets it at the feet of Balrin. As soon as Balrin picks it up, he knows that this is a +2 animated shield.
Just for fun, as Ursa goes to look at the belt, I'm gonna go over there with my whopping 8 strength, try to pick it up.
Why don't you roll me an athletic test and see if you can pick it up?
That would be a big fat no.
Yeah, you really try to lift it, but
Hang on, I'll pick it
you
up
just
for you.
can't seem to do
Hang on,
it.
I'll pick it up for you.
Ursa
Yeah,
is
speaking
doing the
of,
queen. Oh
sorry
yeah.
about that. Speaking of that, he turns to Edmund as he plays his joke and says, "Now, don't get too ahead." Sets down a gleaming set of chain armor with fire motif in front of Edmund. As soon as Edmund picks it up, recognizes this to be a Freedy chainmail. Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay, who have I still got here? I've got Irden to go and Nadri to go. Okay. Let me find some items for you guys that will help you out dearly. A moment to kind of figure this out because I've got 2 more items that I want to give out to you guys. I'm just not exactly sure what they are. How much time have you guys got too? It's already after midnight where you are, Frankie and Scott. Do you guys want to play for another 20 minutes or so, or do you want to just call it?
tired, if I could be honest.
Whatever y'all want to do. I was late, so I'm good with whatever.
All right, let's call it. And I owe you guys items for Irden and Nadri because the first ones I thought of right away, but these other two, I'm like, I want to give something really good that you guys can definitely use.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's move on then to Stars and Wishes. Let's start with you, Cook. Stars and Wishes.
I got my belt. That's a star. No, dude, it was a good session. I opened it up with 2 kills. Haven't seen you guys on a Friday in 6 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that.
In a while.
Yeah. So it was just good to have a good old Friday night session with Ursa. Seeing big numbers is always good for me on Friday nights, and I did that quite a few times. Got my crit for the night. No wishes whatsoever, except that we start taking down Holoth. No, dude, I had fun.
Awesome. Alyssa.
So stars, I had I as far as like trying to heal people and like get kind of area effect stuff, like and like I hate that part of it just as like a character type thing. But as a player, I love kind of being separated by the party and like everybody kind of off doing their own thing, but we're all like collectively still together. It kind of adds a little I won't say drama, but intensity, I guess, to the fight. So I really enjoy that, and obviously the maps are always awesome. And then it's kind of a star, but not a star. I did like the fact that Balrin tried to make Irden go out the back end. But I don't think she would have fit. And then wish just that we get some cool shit and we get to do this again next week.
Eltua Hikarme hands Irden a ring, and as she grasps it, she realizes it is a ring of spell turning. All right, let's go to Scott, Stars and Wishes.
Yeah, so not too much because I came in late to the party. Sorry, I missed a fight. Was looking forward to having a fight tonight, but that's my own fault. No wishes right now, or I guess that is a wish, but so guess not any stars because I wasn't here very long, but looking forward to next few weeks.
All right, X.
Yeah, awesome session. Really enjoyed this. That battle at the beginning was a lot of fun. Excuse me. I got to do some pretty big damage, which was awesome. The maps look fantastic, Nick. So outstanding job. One thing Forge does really good is the Fog of War. Well, it's sometimes annoying that Cook's off or Ursa's off just destroying somebody and I can't see it. It's actually kind of very cool as well. So I really do enjoy the Fog of War that comes with this. Wishes, I keep forgetting that I have a Cloak of Displacement, so people should be attacking me with disadvantage.
Shit, I keep
not a
forgetting
wish.
that too.
Yeah, I know. Not a wish, just a general observation. I love the person that casts it. Dawn is my least favorite spell. Man, when you have Dawn out there and you have little dwarf legs, it really, really affects
You
what
have
can
to
do
run
in
around all
combat and where
that.
you can
Yeah,
go.
you can't get through it.
It's man. But
That's
yeah,
2
no, great
smite
session. Loved it.
slots you used up.
Sorry, what'd you say, Cook?
No, I'm saying that he used up 2 smite slots on the Misty Steps.
That's true.
Yeah, there was there was one
Oh, sorry, go
round
ahead, Max.
where I used there was one round where I used 3 spell slots in a single round with the Misty Step and then 2 smites. But at the same time I think that was a pretty hefty foe that would have taken down me and or Alyssa before you guys could have got over to help if I hadn't done it. So I'm
Yeah,
glad I
I think
played it
that thing
way.
had like 140 or 160 hit points. It was beefy.
Damn
Alright,
it.
and
You're
then-
welcome.
Yeah, right. Frankie, stars or wishes?
Yeah, stars, that's the lowest health Nadri's ever had, so I liked having some tension there. I was definitely bloodied.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Ursa manhandling Balrin to check for any injuries. That was funny. The stuff in Embla, it went by so fast. I don't know. I feel like typically we roleplay more, but I don't know. Something was just not clicking tonight on the roleplay side of it, but that's okay. You have those nights. So the wish is just for a little bit more roleplay. And that Mike can actually be here and we have a full party. But other than that, it was a great session.
And Nadri is handed a cloak by Velthua Hikarme, and as he grasps it, he realizes it is a cloak of invisibility.
Nice.
All these are legendary items except for the animated shield. They all require attunement, I'm pretty damn sure. The animated shield, since it wasn't legendary, I threw a +2 on it, so +4 to AC for a shield you don't have to hold. So that's pretty legendary.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And then I have to figure out one for Ethlin. But yeah, Veltua Hikarmi just gave all of you guys legendary items
Hell yeah.
for your battle.
Yeah, you did.
He tells each of you only you can attune to them. If you trade them with each other, you just won't be able to attune to them. Sorry, but that's just the way it bees. Next session, Stars and Wishes. Stars, you guys did great. It was a lot of fun. The combat was cool, even though we were just finishing a fight. It still felt like there was a lot to do there. Wishes, yeah, I would like to see a little bit more roleplay with Embla and stuff, but luckily, we're going to start next session off with pretty much the end of this and the beginning of going back to Embla and figuring things out as far as the plan to go to Holoth, and then from there, it's whatever you guys are going to do to try to attack Holoth or sneak in, get more information, teleport in, however you're going to try to do this. Yeah. I think just the last thing that we should do before we call the session is level up to level 12.
Yes.
Fuck.
That's what we
yeah,
like.
baby.
Nice.
Here we go.
Sweet.
Now you know what happens. Session you get a lot of gifts like that. The next session, the
It's
DM
gonna be
will
Oh,
try to
yeah.
punish you. I'm hoping to
Bring it.
make it a tough one next session. I've got some fun stuff planned. We'll see exactly what happens, but yeah, I've got a couple really fun ideas, and I think this is a great place to leave off. I was hoping we kind of make it through more of Embla, but that's okay. We'll start off with it next week, and for those of you that got to go, I'll let you go, and everybody that joined us on the stream, thank you guys so much. Awesome. Appreciate it, Frankie.
Not
Have a good one.
problem at all. Thank you guys.
See ya.
Peace out.
Later.